Hello everyone, this is Demon Overlord and I'm coming at you with another unboxing video. Today I will be unboxing a full brick of Monster Menagerie 3. This is my last attempt at this set to try and see if I can get something good. And back here we also have my newest book, the Dungeons & Dragons Draconomicon for Chromatic Dragons. It is my newest 4th edition book, which I mostly snagged for lore. I picked these up today from Preferred Gaming and Trade in Wolcott, New York. Definitely check them out, guys. I love that place. It's my local store. And moving on. I already opened up the first box and got rid of that plastic, so I don't have to deal with that. So, now for the minis we got. Okay, so first one here, we've got an awesome little Magman. Now, if you know anything about Magmans, they're basically little chaotic elementals that just set things on fire for the sake of setting things on fire. Because as you know with elementals, it's not really about being evil. It's just kind of just making the world burn because they like to see things burning. Like their home world. Or, well, home realm, I should say. Next up, we have, something really cool. A nice sea spawn. You might be like, well, what's a sea spawn? Kind of like a mutated creature of the water. Really awesome creature. If you have Aboleth minis, they work for those guys and other evil sea creatures. So, since I have an Aboleth mini, if you've seen any of my other videos, he'll make a great addition to that guy's forces. So, really cool there. And next up, I feel is good for player character-wise. I have the mini I like to think of as player character ready for a kobold build. As he happens to wear a nice cloak of clothing here. He actually has a nice little backpack. He's pretty much all set to be a nice character class kobold. So really cool. And the big guy we got with this, after this box is opened up, we had the Cyclops. This is the Stone Axe variety. I know this one actually is a multiple. It is 26A. I do already have this Cyclops, but you know what? I don't mind. I don't have any other Cyclopses, and you know what? If you ever come across a pair of Cyclopses, they're pretty dangerous, so it'd be pretty cool to have a couple of them. Makes the group more on their toes. On to the next box here. Okay, first up for the small guys, we got us a Wereboar. This is the Axe variety. See, he's got like his double sets of tusks, which is interesting. And he's a 22B out of 45. So, a nice little Wereboar. Really nice miniature. Okay. Next up, we have a Vampire Spawn. This is the variety that has the gray colored dress. I know the other one is yellow. And it is 10B out of 45. Not bad getting that. And then we have the Gazer miniature, which is probably thought to be one of the smallest minis in the D&D line. As it's so tiny. Very little. Yeah, cute little thing. I mean, it's a pet for a beholder, so what do you expect? Okay, and here we got something I don't have. It is the awesome Fire Giant Dreadnought, number 3045. Really cool here. It's hard to see the front as its shields kind of block it, but we got a nice big old double set of spike shields here with some nice little warmth growing through them or going through them, which is really cool. Not sure if it grows through them or goes through them. As described, very nice sculpt here, very nice, and a great addition to the Giants collection I kind of got going. And you'll have to forgive me, those are puppies in the background. They're rambunctious little scamps on occasion. And moving on here to the next set, we have... Okay, we got us a technical dupe. We have another Sturge. It's a Sturge, a little tiny bloodsucker, but not bad. I like getting animals. They're useful to get more of those. Especially if you're getting attacked by a horde of Sturges. Oh, here's what I don't have. It is the Death Dog. Honestly, I really think this miniature should have been put on a large base due to its size and how big it is on the medium, but whatever. Really nice two-headed dog sculpt here. Really cool. I really do like the Death Dog. There's just not a lot to say about it. I mean, it's just like kind of a wolf with two heads. Oh, here's one I actually really kind of wanted to buy at one point, but I never thought I'd get it. It is the Gibbering Mouther. If you know anything about Gibbering Mouthers, they are a dangerous, weird abomination of terror and destruction. Really cool here. Really nice. And next up, we have a very interesting sculpt. It is the Frost Giant Everlasting one. This is actually one I was kind of hoping to get. The special Amalgamation Giant. That, as you can see, has multiple heads, as they are very emotional, like very good at emoting. very nice weapon here. Very nice, like, carved runic axe. And we have these nice polar bears that I'm not sure if they're fused to her. I mean, it looks like they're fused to her, or tied to her. But she's got these two nice polar bears on her. And then she's also got these, like, lots of heads everywhere. And she's even carrying more to, I think, fuse to her like she did those ones. Really nice miniature. I mean, really nice specialty one. I mean, that's number 42 of 45 here. And on to the next one. So next up, the big guy for the next one is a repeat. It is the Mouth of Golnar, which, as you can see, his paint job is a little bit to be desired. As you can see, they got some of his skin tone on the pumpkin, so he's got this weird splotch mark here that's, like, stuck to him. His skin tone's a little off. And his seams are really kind of horrendous. He's got another splotch back here. Now, and for some reason, the browns on him look like they're really darkened. Like, he looks even, like, more of a black cloth there and black hair going on versus brown, but, you know, I'm going to leave him the way he is because he's the uglier one, I guess, of the two, so it'll help tell him apart in the board game, so, I mean, I don't have to do any alterations to him, so I guess a positive, which is not a really good positive. And moving on to the small guys, we got us another Sturge, and as I said, not a problem getting another animal. Always useful to get little critters like Sturges as you want packs of them or groups of them to attack. And we got the Bard, as this is the Human Bard 19B, and this is the steel guitar version, which is good because I only have the sickle version otherwise. I think it's a female. Yeah, this one's a woman. I think the other one's a male. And then next up we have us a Gnoll. Just a regular Gnoll. Nothing special, but, you know, nice little creature for the game. So moving on to box number 5. We're on the second row of them, and after I just pulled out the body here, I'm not exactly thrilled. It's another duplicate for me. Looks to be the Hill Giant female. We got another Tridrone, which is a Kraken Priest, if you know what they are. So that part I don't mind so much, getting another Kraken Priest. Let's see what the other miniature guy here is. Okay, we got us another Winged Kobold. Not too bad. I don't mind getting another of him, as groups can have more than one. And here's one I do not have. It is the Magma Method, which is the Magma version of the Mud Method, which I have a few of. So finally, I got the Magma one. At least there's a positive here. We're getting some non-replicants. Okay, so next up we have the female Hill Giant here. This is the 28B. This is the one that has no spear. So, not 100% glad to get her. She got like a weird mark there above her eye. She got socked in the eye, which I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do a little work to make her different than the other one so I don't forget. So, moving on to the next one. Hopefully we got 3 left. And hopefully we get some newer ones than just those 3 good ones there. Okay, next up on the box, we have a version of a giant. So it's not the same one I have, but this is the Frost Giant, which is like the male warrior with axe. And it is 31. I don't think they were actually considered variants of each other in this set. They just had one with axe and one with sword. I think he actually has another bone shoulder plate, which the other one didn't have. But yeah, this kind of Frost Giant I like. Big old strong male Frost Giant warrior. Really cool there. Move these boxes. Put this piece of terrain here just for some scaling. And as you can see, he's a lot bigger than the Hill Giants. We also have a Mezoloth, which I don't mind getting a duplicate of him because they're useful. They usually attack in groups. These are like the shock troop, or some of the higher ranked shock troopers of the Yugoloth family. And on top of that, we also have the Dragonborn. This is the variant I don't have. It is 20B, and this is the Bone Axe fighter version. He's also a little darker than the sword variety of war fighter, but really cool to get him. So worth it for this box, even though it technically it's almost like. And then, my favorite of this box, the Eulitharid. That means I've just gotten one of the high-ranking leaders of the Mind Flayers, and it's the spell variety. I've seen 2 varieties, one that has spell and one that has the staff. I am really glad I got this. This makes it worth it right here, because this thing is hard to find. So really awesome. It's time to get on the next box, and I'm hoping for the Goblin Hugger. Fingers crossed. Okay, just got done opening up the next box. It is not the Goblin Hugger. But I did get a few things in here that are new, and something in here I don't mind getting another of. And the one thing is a Neogi Master, which these are actually hard, I think, a rare. The nice evil spider aliens that like to take over people and use them as slaves. They also like to have Umber Hulks as their personal guard. So wherever you find a Neogi, you will find an Umber Hulk behind him. Even if it's a servant Neogi, he will still have an Umber Hulk. Okay, next little guy here we got. Okay, like I said, another one I don't mind getting dupe of is a Mezzoloth, but it looks like he may have had damage. Yep. We had an arm pop off. I have it here in my hand. I'll have to try and reattach it, but do have another Mezzoloth. Shame his hand fell off, but I will try to fix that. Next up here, we have the Human Bard with a sickle. So there she is with her nice little sickle weapon. I do already have her, but you know what? A Human Bard's a Human Bard. And with a sickle like that, she can also stand for a nice little warrior or something. Moving on to the big dog here, something new I don't have. And it is the Stone Giant Dreamwalker. And this is a nice piece. It is I don't know if it's female or male, I can't tell. But as you can see, it's got some weird like anchors and a wheel there in the chest. A nice staff. I mean, it's definitely different versus the regular Stone Giant from the other set with the nice club and the simplicity. So, nice variant. At least we got a variant here. And I know it's a variant one. There's like a different version. I think different colorational. Move them a little over. Try to make her visible. Or he or she. I don't know which one it is. Now, on to the last box. And we're still having fingers crossed that it's going to be the Goblin Hooker. Well, a shame. This whole box was doing great and okay up to this point. I mean, I did get the Ultra Lithid, so that was a positive all the way. Him himself made it worth it with the other two Everlasting Giants, and even the Frost Giant's not the same. But we'll get to why I'm sad in a second here. We have a nice little Goblin NPC-ish character with a nice torch. Very nice little character Goblin there. We also have the Knoll Fleshnar. So, different type of Knoll I don't have yet. I don't have this one yet. Nice little, almost Flynn, honestly. It looks like the Flynn from the Mad Mage set. And then we have us another Tridrome. So we have another follower of the Kraken. So if we ever fight a Kraken, I have definitely enough priests to worship the big beastie. But like I said, it is a shame, and I will tell you why. I did not get the Goblin Hooker, unfortunately. Unfortunately for me, I have gotten something I actually already have two of, and because of how rare they would ever be used, they really have no place to have trips in my collection because they're not even different variety. I have this variety already, and weirdly enough, his paint job is not that great, as some of the Giants you've seen here don't. He has a weird, like, shadow under his chin. Not even like a 5 o'clock shadow. It is another Empyrean. And as everyone knows, this is the Titan, basically. And it is 25B, the one I already have. I have 3 of these. I did not want another one. So I guess I'm going to have to just buy the Goblin Hooker outright from online and just do it that way. But I'm glad for the other things. I did get the cool Eulitharid, which is the ultimate Mind Flayer, like leader of the Mind Flayer. So some things that are good. Got some cool 2 Giants I don't have, and 2 more Giants I don't have. I even got a bunch of these small guys that I don't have already, so it is what it is. Little final shot here, everybody. My definitely main love is this big bad boy right here. A nice Eulitharid. Really awesome. And that's all we got here for today, guys. Stay tuned for my next video. Bye-bye, and see you later.